Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my empties for the whole month of July 2019, and this will be officially the last wax empties video in this location. So I'm filming this on the 28th day of July, and we're moving. Like, we have packers coming on the 30th, 31st is load/clean day, and we're rolling out of here August 1st. So I'm trying to gather my content a little early so I can post while I'm away on my trip. So basically YouTube, I'm not going to be able to post a lot about my trip on YouTube because I don't have editing. I suck at that. But what I will do is post obviously wax related or favorites or a monthly whatevers while I'm away. But if you guys want to follow us on our trip, we are going to be posting more on Instagram. So all that information is down below. All right, so let's crack on. So although these don't look finished, they're technically not, but I am done. These are 2 candles I've really been working hard on for the month of July because I haven't been home a lot. And when I was home, these were like really slow burners, but like really slow burners. But they didn't have any soot. They burned otherwise well, and out of the 2 of them, Harvest Gathering definitely kicked butt over Alpine Cheer. So would I repurchase Harvest Gathering? I have a candle chopped up in my collection already. I probably wouldn't purchase Alpine Cheer again. I have, I think, another candle in this one. But in the future, if I was out, this would be a great fall scent. That's, I was just burning it. It was off season, but I was burning them just so I didn't, I was trying to use up my candles, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway. On to some Yankee candles. We have 2 empties. We have Honey Clementine and Strawberry Lemon Ice. Honey Clementine definitely won in the strength. It's much stronger. It reminds me of Satsuma a little bit from the Body Shop. Whereas Strawberry Lemon Ice I enjoyed, but I felt that it was a little bit lighter. If I would repurchase these in the future, definitely Honey Clementine. Strawberry Ice I might do just to see if it does better in my new location, but I am not sure if it will or not. So, and these are from the States, so I'm not sure if I would purchase them again in the future. But well, Honey Clementine I'd love to, but anywho. All right, now we're going on to Swan Creek Candle Company's Herbal Melts in Fresh Strawberry. Love this. Campino Strawberry, creamy strawberry ice cream. That's what I get from this. It says fresh strawberry, but really there's a lot more creaminess involved in this one. Really enjoy this if I were to find this again, or if I would make a purchase from Swan Creek Candle Company in the future, I would most certainly purchase that again. Then we have this one I received in my stocking from Santa a few years ago, or a couple of years ago. This is a mixer melt in the scent Paris by Tyler Candle Company. And anyway, this was really exceptional. It was very nice. They're very thin little pieces, and at first I was a bit worried because I was like, ooh, it's not very strong on cold. Well, this did very well on warm. Did very well. I think they're from Texas, so if you're from Texas, definitely seek those out. So there you go. Then we have from Glade, we have Strawberry Pop. This was a limited edition Glade, so if you're in Walmart, for example, and you go in their cleaning aisle, the Glade's everything is in the cleaning aisle. So even their wax is there, even though that's not the same place as all their other waxes. Anyway, this was really good. They're really big cubes comparatively to, like, these cubes are quite large. You could even split them in half if you want to. But I'd say I only get about 6 hours of throw on this one, which is still decent. But yeah, it's a little bit less. But I really enjoyed that, and I'm glad I have it. I don't know if I repurchase at this point, but it was very nice and fruity. Then we have from Southbound Candle Company, Beach Spa. This is Cucumber Melon and Salty Beach Air. Fantastic, loved it, really enjoyed this in the bathroom. 1 cube in each of my small plug-in warmers. Really enjoyed this one, so yes, please. Then we have from the Bathing Garden, Fantasy Punch, which is described as sweet orange, cognac, and bright lime punch. Now, I enjoyed this one, but I think, yeah, there's other orange I enjoy more. So it was good. I wouldn't repurchase this, but yeah, it was okay. It's nothing to write home about it, but I would much rather repurchase some other orange, like that Honey Clementine. That's very good, actually. It's less expensive, and if you're from the States, probably more readily available. But of course, I'm here in Canada, and it's not as readily available. Sweet plum pastry from Scentsy. This was gifted to me by Myra and Kyla, and this was lovely. It had, I wish it had more of the plum. I got the like a little bit more spices in the bakery portion of it, but this is really nice, and so I enjoyed that. It was a nice treat. So that was lovely. I keep moving these, but I'm just gonna keep moving them back just because I can, and I will, and I'm anal. That's right. All right, Super Tarts, Empties, and Clams. Full House. Cookie jar, sweet cream, cotton candy, and marshmallow. Love this one. It is, you fool people thinking that you have baked them an amazing treat, and you have not. Super Tarts, though, I use 1 cube at a time. They're very potent, very strong. Yes, they're a little more on the expensive side. $4.25 a clam. American, of course. So it's even more expensive for me. It's closer to $6. But because I only use 1 little cube per melter, it's definitely good. So that rings true. Unless otherwise stated, which there will be one down here, they're all Super Tarts to me throw very, very well, with the exception of a couple, and one of them is in this pile, and I will tell you those when I get to them. So Twilight's Rosalie, this is part of of course, the Twilight section. So Twisted Peppermint and Coconut Cream Pie, love it. I don't get as much of the cream pie. I really just think it should be Twisted Peppermint and Coconut, because cream pie I don't really get. There's no bakery part of this except for the coconut. So, but I really enjoy this. This blend is beautiful, and I know it's one of her top sellers. It even says so when you look it up on her website. Ron, Magically Delicious and Creamy Orange Sherbet. And so this is another one of the orange ones that I prefer over the Bathing Garden one that I talked about. This one was lovely. A little more Magically Delicious than orange that I thought. I wanted a little bit more orange. It kind of reminds me of Fruit Loops a bit, which I'm not a huge fan of Fruit Loops, but if there was just a little more orange over the Magically Delicious. But Magically Delicious, among the next one we're going to talk about, are certain scents where if you mix it with something, they tend to take over the scent. They smell and throw more superior or the Magically Delicious than whatever it's blent with. So, but I do enjoy that one. That one's beautiful. And Ellen, so this is part of her Jaws collection. So this is Ellen is Pink Sugar and Jaws, and Jaws is sea salt, fresh airs, sea grass, sliced plum, and sweet pear, and then Pink Sugar, Aqualina type. Really enjoyed this one. Massive throw. It's getting a little squishy in the container here, and I've had this for just over a year. So I find that certain colored wax, like blue waxes, tend to, and I think some people have said red as well, but blue for me tends to do it. The Full House one was getting a little squashy as well, whereas the Rosalie and the Ron that we talked about, I haven't done that yet. They're not as squishy and they're as old. So anyway, I really enjoy this, and as my fiance Nelson calls it, it's the shark smell. Because I told him it's Jaws. I think it was originally Jaws that he sniffed. And anyway, long story short is he loves this. To him, anything Jaws blended with whatever smells like a very expensive hotel that he stayed in, and he just loves it. So hey, I can repurchase a lot. I love Jaws. I love Jaws collection. So anytime it's available and I'm willing, I'm ready to order it, I would definitely order as much as I can. Now this is one of the ones where I can say that there's only a couple of all the Super Tarts I've tried, and I've tried lots, that just didn't throw for me. I don't know what else to say. And this is Magically Delicious again, and Strawberry Filled Cannoli. And I definitely got the Magically Delicious, but I didn't really get a lot of the Strawberry Filled Cannoli. And to be perfectly honest, I melted 1 cube like I would normally any other Super Tarts, and it didn't throw for me like all the other ones. And I was melting some of my older wax as well, some like Ron and this one are about the same age, but yeah, it didn't work out for me. I would not repurchase Hermione, so obviously Harry Potter, so there you go. All right, moving on to some Better Homes and Gardens, and we've got some smaller clams first. Love this one. It's a very polarizing scent. You either love cucumber or hate it. You either love melon or hate it. I happen to love both of them. Well, this is just perfect for me. So cucumber and melon sorbet. This is beautiful, strong, just as it smelt on cold and through really well. By the Pool is fantastic. It used to be a dual scented melt from Better Homes and Gardens, and they got smart and they were like, oh, well, I guess it was really popular. Well, let's put it all together. This is beautiful. Love this one. So clean. Not clean. refreshing. There's definitely fruit notes. There's a young coconut sunscreen scent, and then there's outdoorsy. It's like an ozone, but yet like sunscreen, good, like not sunscreen, sorry, suntan lotion, like tanning lotion, and things. This is so good. I would definitely repurchase this, but of course it's made in the USA and I can't get that. But that one's a good one, and obviously it was popular because they brought it back. So sexy, sexy, sexy. This is caramel sugared fig. Fantastic. You've heard me talk about this many times. Again, it's made in the USA. I heard that it was being discontinued, but then some people found it in their discount bins. And as you can see, at least this one here was considered a holiday edition. This is a very perfumey kind of fragrance, which is surprising because I'm not a perfume florally gal, but the fig and the caramel, oh my gosh, it smells so good and sexy. Oh yeah, it is sexy. 100%, but it's seductive sexy. It's a really deep, it's a really wintry, hence why they've got it as a holiday edition, so wintertime. I would definitely agree with that. This is so good. It has been repurchased and friends of mine have sent me some. It is so, so good. Really enjoy that. So let's go into some bigger ones. I went through the value pack of Vanilla Cookie Crunch. Love this one on its own. It's also a great one to blend as well. But what I will say is that when I melt these, it gets gooey on the bottom. And I've said that before in another video, but it does get quite gooey on the bottom of my trays. And also I use the freezer method to pop out my wax. So once it's frozen in the freezer, I would take it out and I just sort of pop it in my hand. And then it leaves a little gooey, little sticky bit on the bottom portion of the wax, as well as my warmer. It's a little messy, but it is a good scent. And I mean, that mess is easy to clean. It's just more of an annoyance than anything. Then I have two of these Better Homes and Gardens essential oil infused melts. One of them I really enjoyed. The other one was, I could live without. So the one I could live without is the lemongrass and ginger. This one's okay. I definitely melted this one in my my bathroom. It was okay. Nothing to write home about. This whole line didn't really excite me. And sadly, it's like the one Better Homes and Gardens line that I've seen in the Canadian Walmart. But it didn't really thrill me. But this one I would buy. No, and this is saying a lot because I'm not about hoarding. I'm not about buying multiples for the sake of buying multiples to make my channel look amazing and get extra views. That's not my thing. But this one, I would probably buy a sleeve. This is so good. Black currant and bay. If you love that black currant, Ribena from the UK, the drink, or the comforter from Lush, the bubble bar, or some of the other products they have that smell the same. This is gorgeous. I don't really get a lot of the bay leaf. I definitely get the black currant, and I absolutely love this. And it made me happy every time I melted it. Like, it just put like, oh my God, I could put my whole house. And that's saying a lot because I like to split my rooms up a lot with different scents. I would put my whole house smelling like this. I really enjoy this. I would definitely buy a whole sleeve of this. And that's, like I say, saying something because I don't do that anymore. All right, so then we've got a couple of other little bits here, and then we've got bags. We have Cherry Blossoms from Sensationals, which was a bit perfumey for me. And in hindsight, this was found in Canada. If I were to purchase this again, I would likely mix it with maybe a Cookie Crunch or a marshmallow or something to just subdue that. It was better on cold is what I'm saying. I picked it up knowing it was floral, but it was on cold a lot less floral to me and my nose than it was warmed. It was a bit overbearing when warmed. Then we've got what I'm melting right now because I'm making a few different videos right now. This is Strawberry Jam from Goose Creek. This is absolutely gorgeous. Love it. Thank you to Ramona for suggesting this to me, introducing this to me. I absolutely love this, and it's so juicy and authentic strawberry, and it like preserves like the sugar. You can smell the jam. It's beautiful. 100% will be repurchased. This has been a repurchase, and I definitely recommend this to anyone who's going on the Goose Creek site to purchase. If you like strawberry, I think you're really gonna love that. So, all right, a gift from my friend Sarah. This is from Empire Alchemy. Princess cake, raspberry jam, toasted pistachio, almond marzipan, yellow sponge cake, whipped cream. This is really, really nice. It was just like great, like cakey. Like it was a cakey scent, but again, like I think I've said it also in the previous video, the pistachio in this definitely brings more cherry to me, and I'm not a big cherry person in wax, so but I like it. If they kept the amount of cherry in it and increased the cake, I think that would be really good. like a white cake. Gilligan's Island from Vintage Chic Scents. This is Bahama Fizz and Pineapple. This is gorgeous. I dumped this whole thing in my bedroom. Really, really uplifting. Such a great scent. If I were to order from Vintage Chic Scents in the future and for the summer line, I would definitely think about ordering a couple, maybe a couple different shapes, but not I wouldn't do a full loaf, but a couple shapes in this to chop up and enjoy. So I really did like that one as well. And now we're on to bags, guys. And I'm going to try to make this a little bit swift because I mean, these are all things you've seen already. I've already talked about how they've done. So this is Vintage Chic Scents Friar Lawrence Potion. This is Cucumber Mint Salty Sea Air Eucalyptus Spearmint. This was okay. This was a whole loaf I chopped up. I wouldn't repurchase this at all. It was okay. Not my favorite bathroom scent. There is another one that is better. $1 Million Mermaid Embeds and Winged Mermaid Overpour. This is Fresh Ocean Water, Sea Berries, Bergamot, White Musk, and Shimmering Blue Lagoons, Salty Sea Air Coconut Overpour. This is better. I preferred this one, but again, I wouldn't need a full loaf. Loaves are fun though. I will say, like, I enjoy purchasing a loaf so that I can chop it up and enjoy and just like, your whole house smells amazing. But yeah, there are certain scents, as I mentioned before, that I love so much that I would get a loaf, but this would not necessarily be one, but I would definitely get some extra shapes in this one. Then we have Canyon Ranch and Freak Show, which is Sugar Cucumber Fresh Mint Leaves. This is okay too. This was nice. Again, another bathroom scent, but I wouldn't purchase this in a large amount. If I were to, it would definitely just be one shape. I think one shape would do for me. Then we have Aunt Kathy's Ultimate Coffee. This was Cinnamon Dolce Hazelnut Cream Espresso. This was good, but a little bit too much of the cinnamon, too much of like the coffee was like not the star of the show, which if I were to, it was a coffee sampler, so it came in a sampler of a couple other different scents. This would not be a purchase for me in the future, but it was nice to try, but just too much other stuff. I need coffee to be the standout for me for the most part. Rockford Peaches, Pink Chiffon Blushing Peaches. These were 4 coins that I used up, and I liked it, but I wish it was stronger. I didn't feel like this particular maybe batch was that strong. I've had Rockford Peaches before in a while ago. We're talking when I first started melting. It was gifted to me by my friend in Florida, and it was great. And it was a rose, and I chopped up 3 times because Sarah, Things I Love at 86, she showed me how to chop up. That's how I learned how to chop, was from Sarah. So I melted this time. I'm still a little disappointed, like not as great as I remembered it. So then there's Sweeney's Barbershop. This is shaving cream, mint, and strawberries. This is one thing that I absolutely 100% purchase in a loaf. I would likely even buy 2 loaves of this if it were ever possible to do so, because it's hard to find. It's hard to get your hands on. It sells out fast. And this was Some Like It Hot, also by Vintage Chic Scents. This is mango, papaya, pineapple, and cream soda. I didn't really get a cream soda scent. Definitely got the mango, papaya, and a little bit of a nice sweet pineapple in behind. These shapes were funny. I've mentioned this before. I got a mystery bag. It was in the winter time, but so you never know what you're going to get, which that kind of intrigued me. So I bought that. And this was in 2 really generous, thick, snowflakes. But it was funny because this is like such a summer scent, and they were in snowflakes. So anyway, I really enjoyed this though. If I were to get this again, it would just probably be 1 single shape and not too much, because I think that's one of those things. It's not like my favorite I have to buy kind of scent, but it's a nice one. You see, I was going through a lot of Vintage Chic scents. Here's a Helter Skelter and Rosemary, Mint, Lavender, Vanilla, Spa Greens. Basically remind me of walking into a Veda salon, and it was very, very nice. Definitely the Rosemary Mint stood out. So now we're on to Rose Girls Pear. Oh my gosh, these are mini melters. I love her mini melters. Again, when I move and I'm in the, when I'm wanting to buy, I have a lot of stuff still, guys. I'm still trying to get through it all. But I would love to purchase some more of her mini melters. And definitely if Pear was available, I would 100% repurchase, probably even 2 bags. Pear, though, is a medium throw, at least for me. So if you were to melt it on its own, fantastic. If you melt it with other things, be cognizant of melting it with really other, stronger, more dominant scents, like Mac Apple or things like that, because the Mac Apple will just drown the pear. At least that's been my experience. But I really enjoy pear. I love it. I can melt that through my entire home. Fizzy Pops. Again, this is really, really lovely because this is a mini melter. They're nice little pieces I can throw in with other whatevers. I could throw in with other vendors just to make it a little bit more fizzy. And really, it sort of reminds me of a 7-Up or a Sprite type scent. And it does have that little effervescence. So I love, again, mini melters from Rose Girls are awesome. Macintosh Madness. So again, less is more with Macintosh. I think that can probably ring true for almost any vendor, because Macintosh is one of those very strong scents that if you were to mix it with something, the Macintosh is likely to stand out. So I really enjoy this one. The reason why I melted this before fall is I've had it for a couple of years now. So I wanted to use it while it was still good. I don't know. I haven't had a Rose Girls to die on me, like with scent throw, but I didn't want to take that chance. So I melted it, but I would definitely repurchase her Macintosh Madness again. Super Tarts, Mouse Ears, Iced Lemonade, and Sweet Lollipops. This is from my friend Ramona. She didn't enjoy this as much. I love this. In fact, I have a super pan of this. I haven't even chopped at all, a full super pan. So anyway, love this one. I love it for summer, and I really enjoyed this one. And the throw, of course, Super Tarts, again, generally is very, very good for me in my home. Holy Casper. Casper from Super Tarts. Toasted marshmallows, vanilla bean Noel, cornbread, and Mexican fried ice cream. This is how I realize I love cornbread scents, but there's a lot of other things, of course, in it, but the cornbread was spectacular. Really, really enjoyed that. And I have it in a clam, but this is a scent that I would probably buy in a super pan. Just saying, in the future. So from Swanky Candle Company, again, thank you to Ramona, I have Fizzy Pop, Lollipop Punch, and Cotton Candy. This was lovely. Really enjoyed this. A nice, uplifting, effervescent, yummy, sweet scent that I did melt during the daytime in my bedroom. And last but not least, again from my friend Ramona, when I was staying with her in Texas in April, she put some of this out one morning when we were sort of hanging around in the morning. And I was like, oh my God, this smells so good. Like I literally want to lick the air. It's so good. And this is Sassy Girl Aroma's Ab Fab Lattes, which is a long description. White cake, white chocolate, sweet cream, shredded coconut, sweet vanilla, caramel, and coffee. Well, remember I said that I like coffee scents to stand out? Oh, this is so... I would say it's coffee 50, and then all the other things together on this list is the other 50. But what I will say is this is one of those exceptions to the rule. It's very, very, really good. When I say I want to lick the air, that means something, I think. I think that means something. All right, you guys, as always, be safe, take care, have fun. This is the last Empties video I'm filming for Wax in this location. So yeah, that was pretty good. Sorry, that was pretty good for the month of July, I think. All right, you guys, take care. See you on the other side.